Next thing that I'm going to be speaking about is exercise. You know, we must exercise. Like this morning when I woke up, very first thing, I woke up at, what was it? Probably about just after 7 o'clock, about 7 o'clock roughly, or just before 7. I can't remember exactly what time it was. But I reached the gym at approximately about 8:30 in the morning because, you know, start the day off early. As they say, there's only 24 hours in a day to accomplish all the things that you want to. And, you know, the people that are very, very successful in this world, they are allotted or given the same amount of time in a day that we have. So we must try to use our time effectively because they're given the same amount of time, but sometimes they accomplish more things because, you know, that's why they're so successful. But again, when they say 24 hours in a day, is it actually 24 hours in a day? No, it's not. How long does it stay? How many hours is it in a day that it stays for daylight? It's not 24 hours in a day when you really think about it. You know, if you're lucky, it'd be about 11 or 12 hours. And now the winter's upon us. We're on the brink of, you know, of winter right now. Then we know that it doesn't stay daylight for 12 hours. It might even stay daylight for 12 hours. So not to say that you should only do the things that you want in the daytime, but a lot of people accomplish more things in the daytime, just the way in terms of how our body clock is set. But if you're a night person and that's your form of daylight, then get all you can accomplish in the night as well. But ultimately, just make the most use out of your day. You see, because we cannot waste time. There's many things that can be recycled in this world. I can give you money and I can take it back, and vice versa. Or I can give you a gift. You know, these things can be recycled. You know, things can be made again. But there's one thing that you cannot ever get back is time. And this is why we must have or make use of our time effectively, because you'll never ever get it back. You know, we must have a direction or a sense or focal point as to where we want to get to. You see, we must have, you know, like you have a sat nav for your car, for example. You have a sat nav, it takes you to where you want to go. And you know, and a lot of us nowadays, we would be lost without it. However, we used to use maps before, but ultimately those tools are there to guide us in the direction that we want to go. Think about a captain, think about a ship rather, with a ship that's about to leave the harbour, but you don't have no captain, you don't have no crew on it. Chances are it wouldn't get very far, would it? In another instance, put a captain on there with a crew on it. They will know, they will have the details, the blueprints, or the plans as to where to go. They will set the sail in the direction as where they'll go, and they will navigate, you know, using a compass, and you know exactly the waterways in where to go. Well, the same thing, you must have your own mental sat nav, if you like. And that sat nav, you know, once you write down your goals and, you know, have the blueprints in your mind, you know, design your plan as to what it is and how you're going to go about achieving that, then you know exactly where you're going. There's a saying, if you don't care where your life is going, then any road will lead you there. Don't go where the path may lead, but rather go where there is no path and leave a trail. You see, these are the things that will help you and enable you to become very, very successful. So those are a few tips on how to be successful. I'm hoping that, you know, kind of motivated you, inspired you, given you something, or food for thought. When they say food for thought, it's literally food for the mind, because a lot of times we eat for the physical, but we don't feed the mental. And when you feed the mental, it will have a direct effect on how you perform in the physical. So everything starts with the mind, and the mind, as I've said many times before in articles, in speeches and talks, is that it's the most powerful force in the universe, because it's that which gives birth to all physical manifestation. So actions follow thoughts. So again, feed food for the thought, or feed your mind, or have mental exercise. So again, these are the things that we should do. Exercise. You see, we hear exercise, and again, just like you have exercise pertains to dealing with the physical, and you have those spiritual people where they call it having an exorcist. Well, exercise and exorcist is one and the same, because they're both performing things that's going to benefit you as an individual. So they say exercise, I say, well, you know, although we have exercise, we must have exercise, and that is which we take into the body. Yeah, that which we feed the thought. We must mentally exercise ourselves, but so we can so we can feel better on the outside. You know, we must internalize, not just only externalize, we must also internalize as well, because they both go hand in hand. Just like we breathe in what? Oxygen, and then we breathe out carbon dioxide, sorry, and the dioxide is what the plants take in for food, and they breathe out oxygen, and which we take in for food to sustain us or allow us to make, to be alive. So again, they're both interrelated by necessity, and in that respect, us and the plants are family because we both need each other to survive. You see, so I'm hoping that's given you food for thought, lastly but not least, and hope you have a fantastic day. This is Alton Walker, setting the pace from altonwalker.com. That's my tips for success for today, and I will speak to you again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.